25 years ago, Rwanda descended into chaos, causing a genocide that killed hundreds of thousands of people. Commemorations continue to mark the anniversary of the genocide that killed about a tenth of the population. The country will mourn for 100 days, the time it took in 1994 for over 800,000 Rwandans to be killed. Here's a background report on how it all began. Our correspondent, Layo Adekoke, reports.
The Rwandan genocide may be over, but its effect still lingers on in the lives of victims and survivors, as the country marks 25 years since the mass slaughter. This is how it all began. In 1990, rebels of the Tutsi-dominated Rwanda Patriotic Front, led by now President Paul Kagame, invaded northern Rwanda from neighboring Uganda. Their success prompted President Juvenal Habyarimana, a Hutu, to speed up political reforms. In August 1993, Rwanda and the RPF signed a deal to end years of civil war, allowing for power sharing and the return of refugees. But the president was slow in implementing it, and a transitional government failed to take off. On April 6, 1994, an aircraft carrying President Habyarimana and neighboring Burundian President Cyprien Ntaryamira was shot down, sparking the massive violence. The president's death triggered 100 days of violence, perpetrated mainly by Hutus against Tutsis and moderate Hutus. About 800,000 people were massacred. The United Nations estimates that 300,000 children were killed. Finally, in July, the RPF captured Kigali. The government collapsed and the RPF declared a ceasefire. 25 years on, survivors along with perpetrators live together through forgiveness and reconciliation. But the memories never fade. They still carry the scars. The genocide has cast a long shadow over regeneration in Rwanda, and talks of ethnicity remains illegal. But the country has recovered economically, with President Kagame's policies encouraging rapid growth and technological advancements. Perhaps other African countries can learn from the Rwanda story and stop ethnic clashes before things get out of hand. Layo Adegoki, Channels Television News.
We'll have more on that due the course of the program, but let's move on to some other stories now. If you are planning a trip to Uganda, President Yoweri Museveni is giving you a warm welcome. The president has assured tourists that his country is safe despite the recent kidnap of an American woman and her local guide. However, both of them have been rescued unharmed from the neighboring Democratic Republic of Congo. President Donald Trump, in a tweet, has asked that President Museveni find the kidnappers before people will feel safe going back. The gunmen who seized Kimberly Sue Endicott and Jean-Paul Mirenge from the Queen Elizabeth National Park near the border had demanded a ransom of $500,000. The Ugandan police said the rescue was down to its combined efforts with the military and wildlife service.
A victim who had been held captive together with her safari guide, Jean-Paul Mirenge, were released because, first of all, of the implicit threat of the use of force after the armed captors knew they were being hotly pursued by the joint team of security agencies. The operation to arrest the culprits is ongoing with the close coordination of our counterparts from the DRC, whom we've been working with for the last 5 days. And we also want to reassure all our citizens and visitors that their safety and security is our #1 priority.
In South Africa, angry community members of Alexandra Township have marched to the Johannesburg City regional offices in Sandton, hoping to be addressed by Mayor Herman Mashaba, who they have been calling since last week. They were once again disappointed.
Nearly a week after day one of the #AlexShutdown protest over poor social amenities and the springing up of illegal structures in the community, the mayor of Johannesburg, Herman Mashaba, is yet to heed their call for face-to-face meeting. This Monday, as promised, they took their fight to the city's richest square mile, Sandton City, just across the horizon. Stop point was the Metro office, Sandton, where the protesters staged a sit-in and promised to stay put till Mayor Mashaba showed up.
This is a protest to deliver our second memorandum to the council again, because we have been continually raising these issues, and nobody has attended to the issues that we are raising. So we said, no, let's come again and deliver a second memorandum, and now we want the speaker or the mayor to come and address us.
Hours later, the mayor didn't. He sent instead the Johannesburg city manager, Dr. Museveni, who wasn't exactly well received.
I've been sent here by the mayor to give you a brief feedback.
So now the city manager, we want to send that message with you back again to say, our people want the mayor, not you. They don't want to speak to you, they want to speak to the mayor. The mayor must find time to come and address and talk to his people. He must not reserve the IDP meeting to address our people. That's what our people want.
The mayor has long outstanding commitments. From the time that the people have been on strike, the mayor has even been attending funeral of a councillor. He has other communities that he has got outstanding issues that he had to attend to. But he has made it clear that he's going to see the people of Alexandra. And the earliest time that is available for him, on Friday, the mayor will be seeing the leadership to consolidate issues.
Whether they will meet him on that day or whether that meeting will be cordial enough if it holds remains to be seen. From Johannesburg, South Africa, Betty Didier, Channels Television News.
Still to come on Network Africa. South African female pool player promotes the sport among youths in the country. Please stay with us.